I'm staying calm. You know the shit rarely vex me. I'm repping one West and that protect me. I'm praying to the east and that direct me. I'm moving packs, but I ain't talking crack. I'm talking about like when my bitch bout from Tennessee. Fed to the ES, being pretty hefty. Business got me setting my kids. That's a flex. That money coming fast, but that
yeah, so I'm up.
Going in the flesh, now your kids, they on the dead. That was on my heart heavy. Should I try? But my conscience was like,
it's about principality, dividends and percentages. We hustle.
ISUPK, United Kingdom, Manchester.
We do the work of the Lord. You coming for gold and I'm trying to figure that. How this whole mag in your body, I'm about to fit it in. Running. Yeah, it's like I'm full of that adrenaline.
Okay. You're from UK. So, okay. All right. First thing first. If I could, you take us back to middle school, high school. Take us back to those days. What was life like for you?
Those days, yeah, that was kind of heavy, you know what I mean? It's hard, you know what I mean? It's difficult because I moved from Jamaica to the UK. Trying to find my feet in the UK, you know what I mean? Trying to find my grounds and stuff like that. So I don't know how to speak in American or English, but you know what I mean? I'm trying, so. You know
Speaking how you want to speak in English, right?
Right. Okay. So I went from Jamaica to UK. You know what I mean? Tried to find my footing and stuff like that. So you know what I mean. But life was hard. You know what I mean? For black people, as we know it. You know what I mean? And coming from a place where you know to a place where you don't know. You get what I'm saying? So I faced a lot of struggling at that time. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man. And, you know what I mean? UPK now. You know what I'm saying? And also not knowing who we are in the world, and now I do. You know what I mean?
So where was you at? Like, what city?
Manchester. I went straight from Jamaica to Manchester in the UK. Yeah, man. Big up Manchester. Big up Birmingham also. Big up London because we all over the UK now. You know what I mean? Birmingham, right? Leicester, right?
Brum.
Yeah, Birmingham. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But so all right. So now take us to high school. Right after high school, what was like after that?
Yeah, well, like I said, life was like a struggle at the beginning. You know what I mean? And even in high school, life was like a struggle, you know what I'm saying? So I never really found a footing in the UK as such. But, you know, as you grow up, you know what I mean, you start to be able to earn for yourself, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And then you gather yourself together and you just march on, you know what I mean? Because we have to rise. We have to do what we have to do to survive, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I looked at life, you know what I mean? So,
if I could. Like in the UK, there's not really that many of us, like, you know, Jamaicans or, you know, blacks really, like Israelites. So in high school and things like that, it's really easy to get lost with like the bare whites, kind of Asians, you know, like we say African, like Muslims, and them people. So it's easy to get lost in like all this integration thing. But obviously, you know, you're not the same, so it's hard to build culture with your people. You end up like, you know, making white friends and jamming with them how they roll. But you know. In the UK, we're building that culture and bringing it back. So most I cry, so the young men, younger than myself, you know, come into the school and they find out who they are and they keep that culture. We need to keep that. It's easy to get lost when you're young and you're impressionable.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of nighttime over there too, right?
For myself, I ain't in that life, so I don't really know.
Right, you know what I mean? Yeah, these guys are kind of sacrifice we made, you know what I'm saying? As parents, these guys ain't really grow up on the streets like that, you know what I'm saying? I was on it, and then I kind of merged away from that, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of instilled what I didn't get as a child. I tried to put that the best way I could into my youths, into my children, you get me? So that's the kind of what I did, you know what I'm saying? So it's a big sacrifice, you know what I mean, as a young man and stuff like that. So boom, you know what I mean? And here we are today, man.
I think knife crime is bigger in like London and Birmingham as well. Right. So you find more than knife crime. In Manchester, it's a bit calmer.
Right. And so, like, if I may, with the knife crime, or it's mainly gun crime in Manchester, but it's a lot of it's calmed down now, and that's a lot of gentrification going on. Just like in America, gentrification everywhere in the world, they gentrify us, and then what they do is they put drugs in our community. You know what I'm saying? Guns, and give us all the guns, knives, and stuff, and allow us to, you know, murder each other, destroy each other up. What happens is we end up in prison or dead, right? So when
wrap it up. No science tracks. We about to get this class started. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been on these streets since 1969, on the streets across New York City, now all across the world, to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true nationality, right? We've been on the streets of Times Square for the last 50 plus years to tell the black woman she is special and she is beautiful above any woman on the face of the earth. Not because of what she looked like, not because of the size of her derriere, but because of the blood that is inside of her veins. She is better than every stinking white dog, female dog that walks across Times Square. You are better than each and every one of them, sis. I don't care about if you are a crackhead on that goddamn corner over by the goddamn Port Authority. That area is surrounded by drug addicts, right? Every last one of them drug addicts is a black princess in the eyes of the Most High God.
That's right.
Right? Okay, and here's the problem. We don't understand that. We want to see what is right in front of us. And here's the thing about black people. I don't like black people are so funny because in the one hand they can see it for themselves, but they can't truly embody it and realize every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, regardless of actual state, is beautiful and gold. You feel great about yourself living in the most pissy projects. But when I tell you, regardless of the status of our race, we are gold. But you still look down on your own people. And that's why our oppressor can come in and do crafty works like this. Because our people don't understand simple things like this, that a game is being played on them. Salakia, yo. Okay? They don't understand that at the end of the day, this is what's being done to them. Keep going. Read what you got. Proverbs 3 and 31.
Come on. Proverbs. This one right.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Don't be jealous of your oppressor and the greatness that he has. Our oppressor has so many monuments and statues here in America. And they make him look so great, right? Inside of Times Square. They used to have, and sometimes these statues are of evil, depraved men. Right? Like J. Marion Sims. J. Marion Sims is the father of modern gynecology. This cat used to have a sculpture at the beginning of Central Park. Right, Khan. This cat used to have a sculpture in the beginning of Central Park. Right? This cat had a sculpture in the beginning of Central Park when he is a known slave owner. Not only was he a slave owner, he used to use his female slaves in his research. He would mutilate black women in his research to give you modern gynecology. Understand, next time someone tries to throw that idea of, how do I say it? It all worked out in the end. So no sweat. Can I, kidnap your mother or your daughter or your wife or your sister and mutilate their genitals to help further medical research? How about I take the women in your family and mutilate them inside and out and call it in the name of science? Right? Is that for the greater good? Do you feel that that was the right way to go about things? This man had a statue and a sculpture in the beginning of Central Park. Central Park, another monument to the destruction of blacks. When you know the history of Seneca Village. Read that from the top.
Khan. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
What you gonna say?
Oh, Salaki, sir. When you bringing out the father of gynecology, his quote is the reason why he could do it to these slave women because they are, they don't feel pain.
Right.
They don't feel pain, and it was them there 100% of that. That these sisters passed away and died.
Right.
because of the procedure. But
Now-
we don't feel pain. We don't feel pain.
Now,
Negroes don't feel pain.
understand that sentiment exists today. That sentiment of us being adverse to pain is a sentiment that still exists inside of the medical industry to this day. Black people and the black medical industry for decades has sounded alarms to let the public know doctors are racist against us and does not believe us and think we're drug addicts every time we go in there complaining about pain. Understand, this is a rare instance. It's so bad, it's a rare instance with where the Most High God intervenes on our behalf. Even in our state, here in America, we get enough, as disobedient children as we are, we get enough love from our Father that He intervenes in the evil that's done to us in this healthcare system. So that when we don't get the drugs and our white counterparts get the drugs, they become addicts. That's a gift from the Most High God. Give Him a hand. If you don't want to give my children pain meds, your children will be addicted to them. So your children will have all the pain meds. No sweat, Mr. White Man. You want all the pain meds? I'll make sure you get all the pain meds. Once again, give the Most High a goddamn hand. Going into last week's class, this is why you don't run a goddamn cop over. God's vengeance is hilarious. I can't breathe. I want to make songs about it. COVID, respiratory virus. Ha 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 ha. Now you're crying about your grandma in a hospital that you can't even go anywhere near, or else you might die. You might die, or you might kill your sickly son. Ha 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 ha. Trayvon Martin, ha ha ha. What was it? Eric Garner, ha 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 ha. I bet you're not laughing now. Ha ha ha. You niggas can't feel pain. Ha 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 ha. Why is everybody addicted to Oxycontin? What the Christians saying? My God is an awesome God. He reigns. Yeah, our God is awesome. Vengeance is mine. Right? Do not envy your oppressor. Because at the end of the day, the justice that you get and the justice he gets and the honor that he gets, that you get and the honor that he gets are two completely different honors. One of us was killed. God sent a goddamn virus on the earth. Turned an entire, you understand? You know how much money America is having to do because of the opioid crisis? Understand, they're letting dope heads have a place to do their dope. You know how many millions of dollars that costs? Okay, 9/11. You know how many billions and trillions of dollars our oppressor has spent to fight the Arabs over 9/11? Paratazar, how much is the black community spent for COVID-19, to bring COVID-19 on the earth? We just prayed. Oh, God. Vengeance is mine. Read that from the top.
Khan. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
The oppressor is so beautiful. The oppressor beats his opponent and puts up statues. Let you know that he's such a great and noble man. Right? Do not envy him for the evil that he does. You know how he became great, the father of gynecology? By destroying women. Women's lives were destroyed because of this man. Women's lives were ended because of this man. Do not envy a goddamn murderer. Envy thou not your oppressor, the oppressor. Keep going.
Khan. And choose none of his ways.
Do not go out doing what he does. God.
I'm going to have, just for 1 second, I got to fix something.
Okay, come.
Technical difficulties. Let me just fix this real quick because it's jumping. I don't know why it's jumping.
Can they still hear me? Or?
Second. All right, go ahead, sir.
Testing. Okay. So we don't envy our oppressors over here. Now, give me those articles. The first one you're gonna pull is Now, yeah, Khan. The first one you're gonna pull is. Let me see.
That's
Which
cool
one do I
right
want you
there.
to pull first?
You want the you want this one right here?
No.
The second one. This one right here.
You got people. You didn't get people, did you?
Let me check the email and see if you send it to me. I only got two. Yeah, I only got two from you.
Okay, Khan.
Let me just refresh it, see if it pop up.
Hold up. No. That was mine. I probably didn't send it to you. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Give me that first one you got actually.
You want the statue of a black woman?
Yeah. Hold up.
All right, from the New York Times.
Yeah.
Comic-Con. Let me share.
Well, that's not the New York Times. That's independent.co. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see it on the top. It's blocked.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Independent. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I see it right now. It's a lot. Not now. Get that out the way. Okay. Let me see.
Oh, yes. No, actually, hold up. Give me 1 sec. Hold up. Go back to what's called. I'm about to send it to you now. You're about to get into it. Refresh. Oh.
Let me go. I'm gonna take it off and come back. Take that
Yeah,
off
just
right there. Let me just come back. There we go.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that one.
Okay, let me blow this up. Okay,
now, who should be rendered immortal, right?
Okay.
So read that when you're ready.
Okay. People's entertainment.
Right.
See here. 12-foot bronze statue of women in Times Square challenge who should be rendered immortal.
Give me the first in New York City.
Let me see. In New York City?
Times Square. Yeah, New York City.
Comic-Con. There you go. In New York City, Times Square, a woman stands with ease and confidence and amidst through of tourists. She just happened to be 12 foot tall. The bronze statue entitled "Grounded in the Stars" is one of two art installation by British artist Thomas J. Price, who work is challenging people.
Right. Now drop down to the intention. So long of the story, go down. So this is the piece right here. Y'all can see it. This is a big goddamn statue in the middle of goddamn Times Square. If I'm not mistaken, this is right by camp. This is right by our camp spot. Right where we have camp to tell the black woman that she is great. You got this big statue. Right? Of trying to say that this black woman should be immortalized. The black woman should be immortalized as a thing of beauty. But not But the image that our oppressor gives you is not the image that should be immortalized. Right? Okay, this is the statue right here. You can exit out of that. Go down. Oh, the intention? The intention, yeah.
Intentions of my public work is to become part of the place they inhabit and its physical material history, as well as the visitors that pass through and around the location. No matter how fleeting, Price said in a statement posted on Times Square website. Grounded in the Star will be on view until Tuesday, June 17th at the interaction of Broadway Avenue and 46th Street.
Go down.
Come.
Stop. Go up. Go up. Hold up.
Oh, we just read that right.
Hold up. Oh, wait. No, this is. Go down.
Come.
Through scale, materiality. Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah, through scale.
Come. Through scale, material and materiality and posture, grounded in the stars. Disrupt traditional ideas around what
defines
a triumphant figure.
Right.
Read the installation description and challenge who should be rendered mortal through
monumentalization.
Monumentalization.
Okay, meaning what? He's trying to get the people to see that image of a black woman as something beautiful. Why is that a problem, though? P?
Say that again, sir.
Why is that a problem?
No, when you first started.
Meaning he's trying to get them to see that this is beautiful, but why is that a problem?
Oh no, because he tried to. I see it as he's trying to divide the black community and posting up our sisters as the forefront of the black community.
No,
that's what I see.
It's a little more than that. He's saying that he's trying to show representation. Now, you see, this is also him. This is one of his other works. So he has done a brother as well. But when he does this, right, and he shows this sister in this as a triumphant figure, why? Go down. Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Yeah, that was it right there. If you passed it.
No, you good.
Yeah.
Salakia. Give me I'm about to send you another.
Come. Take this down.
Oh yeah, there's that. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm about to send this over to you. So why? Any idea?
Why he's put that out in the front and pushing the black woman?
No, not necessarily why he's pushing the black woman, but why is he What is the purpose of the statue?
So
What is he saying? Like by showing this, what is he showing? Like, because he's basically saying he wants to show who should be immortalized. But what does that tell you when he does that? Who's not being immortalized?
the white woman.
No.
What is that?
If I have to make a statue that says the black woman should be immortalized, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah, the black man is not going to be immortalized.
No. If I have to say everybody got to play the food except for Paratazar. So if I have to say Paratazar needs to play the food, what does that automatically mean? Does that mean Paratazar already is eating, or does that mean Paratazar?
Oh.
So if I have to say the black woman needs to be immortalized, what we obviously know is already isn't happening. The black woman
is not immortalized.
Exactly.
It's not immortalized.
And
That's that going in through your topic.
Right.
I get it now.
Affirmative action. Understand, you and me both, we're talking about a 15-year age difference between us. Shit, going off the conversation we said, a little more than 15 years. But we both, for the most part, were raised under affirmative action. For both of us to not see that and have to live in a world where that's the case, that shows this thing failed. Affirmative action must have failed if a brother has to spend money to create a statue because I feel that the black woman is not immortalized.
That's right.
Why did they choose the black woman they did? Understand, they didn't choose a sex symbol. They completely took away this black woman's sex appeal at all. Why? Because they see her as a Jezebel, the black woman as a whole. I want you to see everybody's mama, grandmama, and auntie as someone who should be respected. So everybody knows to respect some old, dingy, wrinkly white woman. Right? I don't need a statue of some old, ugly white woman to let me know every white woman is precious. It comes out the walls. But a man had to spend possibly thousands, possibly close to $1 million to create a 12-foot image to let you know, hey, black women matter. Black women matter. I have to build a 12-foot statue. Affirmative action failed the black community. Okay, affirmative action was about getting us inside a system, what's called, where we could all be together, where there wouldn't be any racism, where you could, okay, give me what you got. You got the CBS one?
Oh, Comic-Con.
Let me get the CBS.
Right.
No, that's people.
Yeah,
you could delete that now.
This one right here.
Yeah, CBS.
Let me delete that now.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, CBS. I don't know what happened. For a second. Okay.
Just go to the piece. When it says the piece.
The piece?
Yeah, go down.
All right.
The piece.
There we go right there.
Created by
Comic-Con. CBS.com. The piece, created by artist Thomas Price, depict a young woman. So who is she? Whoever she want her to be.
Whoever you want her to be, that's who she is. Whoever you want this woman to be, that's who she is. She's the image of a black woman. Now, here's the thing. Should sisters have some image to look up to, so on and so forth? That's not the problem here. The problem is that y'all looking up to the most y'all idea of an image. Meaning, oh man, I don't like the thing personally myself. Keep reading.
Comic-Con. Let me see. Me being a plus-size black woman, I was kind of looking at it like I wonder what me as a small child would through looking at sometimes like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Representation.
Okay.
Say blessing obesity of Dallas.
Keep going.
Come. It instantly stood out as powerful. Say
Brian Woodson.
Brian Woodson of Kansas.
Now you see people are already associating themselves with this giant thing. Now, what's the problem with it? Not that it's idol worship, which you might hear some idiots say. The problem isn't necessarily because I don't see anyone worshiping it. The problem is y'all are thinking, how do I say it? Statues and images are honestly used to call the simple. That's the nice way I'm going to put that. When you are simple, it's easy to game you. Okay? Meaning I'm going to get you behind this idea that this is a lie. The fact that we have to do this shows you that nothing has changed. And we got other articles to bring this out. Keep going.
Come on. Yeah. The sculpture is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars,
right?
Which organizers say confronted conceived notions of identity and representation.
Preconceived notions of identity and representation. You don't see this, meaning what? What's it called? Your idea of a black woman is a Jezebel. Your idea of my sister is a sex object. That's all my sister is to you. It's clear. I see this every day. Some of y'all are married to this. Y'all just don't like to admit it. Right? Go down. Go down. Yeah, we see this every day. No. Show the image so they can see it. We see this every day. But a brother had to make sure the wife, and look how they're taking a picture with this. Like, look at it. Giant black woman. We don't see this. Only black women we know, Beyonce and Rihanna. And she's not a sister, but Nicki Minaj. Your idea of a black woman is a sex object. And you got a brother who's saying, please see my sisters as people and not something you masturbate to. My sister cooks your meals. My sister is your assistant. My sister is your pharmacist. Please see her as a goddamn human being. Okay. And this is what this statue really represents. Read that part again that he said. Go back up.
Come on.
The sculpture.
The sculpture is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars, which organizers say confronting preconceived notions of identity and representation.
Yeah, you're what's called my sisters aren't getting fair shares inside of this place because of how they're conceived and how they're preconceived. And my thing about it is, why'd you put the hand on the hip? The hand on the hip is why a lot of y'all don't get hired. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all have a notion of being difficult. The hand on the hip thing, that's not cute for anybody, sis.
That's right.
Yeah, white people don't like seeing it, nor do black men like seeing it, but y'all just like to do it. Here's the problem. Black people as a whole are children. Right? Black people as a whole are a race of children. Khan.
Salakia, sir, if I may, and you see our little girls do the same thing when they take pictures. They put their hands on their hips.
No, that's why I'm saying it. Black people as a whole are a race of children that are kept in a perpetual state of immaturity. Our women, forget about it. That's a childish thing to do, hands on the hip. I'm not getting my way, and so on and so forth. You're a fucking child. Okay? That's a childish way to act. Hand on my hip. You don't get your way. Grown women understand the world doesn't revolve around them. That's the difference between a girl and a woman. Okay? Okay? And that's what this brother's trying to convey. A white woman, or what you're trying to envy, or what you're trying to emulate, notice she doesn't have pictures like that or statues like that. She just has statues sitting regal. Right? That image right there, or that body pose, lets you know I am in a seat of authority. The white woman, when her regal poses, it's literally a white woman enjoying her life with the notion of, and you could just see it on the face. There's no man anywhere in this picture or sculpture, but I know in this picture / sculpture's mind, there is a man handling all my problems. This looked like the most independent bitch in the world. But you know what the problem is? This is affirmative action. Affirmative action taught our women, you can go in the workforce, kick the door down, they have to give you a job, and we're going to find out, and you don't need a man. So now you can stand here with your arms folded like this, looking like a stupid bitch with no husband in the house. You know what strong women are? Husbandless. You know another word for a strong woman is stupid. You look stupid taking out your own trash, woman. You look stupid doing your own housework, woman. Understand, you could be shaved bald. The doctor could have took all the breasts. I only ever heard of that from stupid white men. I've never heard a black woman say, I got cancer and my husband stopped loving me. The mouth still work, right? Yeah. The ovaries, it's what got the cancer, right? Everything else is still. Only stupid white men do that dumb stuff. Don't you know that man will love you forever?
That's right.
But what? Because you listen to a white woman? You can have all that for yourself. You have nothing now. You're the most educated in useless educations. You look that up. Black women are the most educated. Half those degrees are useless. Y'all a million emotional therapists. When there's only like 250 people with mental problems. So 3/4 of y'all just ain't gonna have a job, huh? Y'all better be hope y'all good looking enough to marry rich. This is what this image promotes. Stupidity like this. Y'all gonna be standing here like this, watching a nigga go to the bitch who actually is okay with him having 3 other women.
That's right.
You standing there like this while the man walk away into a whole nother good relationship. Yeah, this is why you don't envy your oppressor and what he has. Because we're not the only ones going through this. The white woman goes through this. I watch these videos of how Western society has destroyed white women and white culture. At the end of the day, I'm going to explain something to you. There's a very old thing. Women don't understand this saying until a woman like sits them down and explains to them, this is how men operate. Because women are a little different. Most women have never heard, why am I buying the cow if I'm getting the milk for free? Let me explain something to you stupid women.
Naive.
I'm going to explain something to you women that you don't understand. Yes, bitch, you are property. You are absolutely your man's property. You belong to that man. You're his property. Sorry to say it. Here's the truth, though. I'm gonna be very, very explanatory with you. You're a dog. You're a car. You're a child. I just said it earlier. You're a child. What's the thing you can tell me about a dog, a car, and a child? Pradza.
A dog,
a car, and a child.
They all got to get taken care of.
Yeah. Very expensive maintenance cost. You stupid bitch. You always talk about how you have to be maintained and all this stupidity about how the nigga got to take care of you. And then yet and still, there's a slave narrative. You know why? Because you're the property of a shitty slave master. I'm sorry. I know I'm what's it called. I only get to do this about twice a week, every like 3 months. Salakia. You're a product of you're a product of a slave master that made you eat gruel. Like literal gruel. That's what they used to call it, right? That's what they fed us, right? Gruel or something like that. Yeah. That's why you think of it in a bad light. But in actuality, with a good slave master, you'll be living like Django. He was living so well, the white man said, get your slave out of this area. He's dressed too nice. That's what happens when you have a wise and righteous slave master, a wise and righteous owner. At the end of the day, yes, you're my property, but I'm still responsible for your well-being. You think I'm put over you so I can be great over you. No, I'm put over you because I'm the head of this relationship, just like my child. You should understand that because no black person likes what messed up children. Put the image up again. No black person likes the other one, I think. Yeah. No, likes tacky kids. Now go. No, that one. Go down. Go up. Go up. Okay. Read that again. The sculpture.
Come. The sculpture is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars.
Right.
Which I always get jammed up on this. Organizers say confronted preconceived notions of identity and representation.
Yeah, this is what you want to be represented as. Y'all want to be represented at this sister right here because she looks so powerful. Now, drop that down. Now, go back up. No, go back up. Go back up to the image. Now, I'm not going to say too much because they wanted to make it any sister possible. But notice, okay, the image they have is not a businesswoman sister. It's basically any bare sister. This is about representing our people. Why do they have to do this? And why do they have to pick our sister? Why couldn't it be an Indian woman? An Indian woman just lost the election. The whole country said, I don't like an East Indian woman. Khan.
Salakia, so she could have had on a dress and look modest. You know, like in her best.
Right.
They just got, you know what I mean? They just, you know what I mean? They threw her on like, because, you know, spandex is just long johns. Supposed to be wearing in the wintertime underneath your, you know what I mean? Underneath your garment.
Right.
But yeah, they just
put this sister out here like she was an image, like she's supposed to be beautiful. That's not beautiful. Keep going, drop down.
That's not modest material. That's not modest.
Right. Drop down. And what's it called? Statue described as powerful and purposeful.
Khan. Statue described as powerful and purposeful. Tourists and New Yorkers share different interpretations of what the statue represents to them.
Keep going.
It is a plus size woman.
Right.
I am a plus size man. I am African American. It's an African American woman statue. Woodson said. So just seeing another piece for me to stop and have a moment with was very powerful to me.
Now, what they're saying is they're using this statue to promote empowerment amongst our people. We do that every Saturday inside of Times Square when we're there. Okay. Now, here's the thing: what actually empowers our people will never be put the front page on the news.
That's right.
Every year we go out to Times Square and we go out and teach and tell our people the truth. That does not make front page news. But this goddamn ugly statue of this sister, right, with her hands on her hips, like she is a goddamn goddess. Okay, this makes our people feel good. Why? Because you're beat down to powder. That's the truth. Affirmative action failed. If affirmative action succeeded, I got an assistant principal of elementary school, Miss Drouillard. Looked exactly like this. My assistant principal, the principal was a white man, a shrewd white man too, Mr. DeReese. I remember him by name. Right? Yeah, I have an assistant principal that looked just like this. This is affirmative action failed. Why am I unaffected by this? Why are you a grown-ass man talking about I feel empowered by this? I went to school in Bed-Stuy. I had one white teacher. We gave that woman hell. She ran back to Maryland. You went to Bed-Stuy to educate children. You messed up, sis. From Maryland, that white woman went back to Maryland after one semester. That was my second grade teacher. I feel empowered. Maybe because I was raised by nothing. Like Samuel L. Jackson said the same thing. I didn't grow up around white people until I got to high school. My elementary school was black. My middle school was black. My high school was black.
That's right.
I did not have white friends, white teachers, and all that till I went to college. Right? So maybe that's lost on me. I don't know where that brother went to school. But yeah, that shows how much you're beating in the powder if the government in the 60s was saying we're going to steamroll the whole system and make sure that the entirety of our workforce has a certain percentage of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians inside of it. Just for 60 years later, people are still crying over a goddamn statue, talking about, I feel represented. Your initiative failed. That's self-explanatory. Give me the next one. Give me
take this one off right
here. Statue of a black woman. Yeah, that one. In Times Square. Read that from the top.
Come. Give me a second. I don't know why I'm doing that. You say statue of a black woman.
Yeah, that one.
All right, let me share that. Make sure that's. Did it come up? Oh, there we go.
Con.
All right. We got a U.S. edition, Independence.
Right.
A statue of a black woman in Times Square brings out the worst of the right wingers on social media.
No, meaning what? Do you know what a right winger is, or? Huh? Conservative, Republican.
Uh-huh.
The right and the left.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, right winger.
Yeah, because
right.
1 week is is vice versa. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Come.
So go.
Come. What do you want me to start at?
A 12-foot.
Come. It's over. A 12-foot tall statue of a black woman erected in Times Square, meant to confront preconceived notions of identity and representation has spurred ritual from right-wing provocateurs. Salakia.
Right. Basically meaning what? The statue got Republicans mad. Keep going.
Come. The bronze statue, titled "Grounded in the Stars" by artist Thomas J. Price, was placed in the heart of Midtown Manhattan at the end of last month. much to the disappointment of many disgusting interneters, trolls.
Internet trolls.
Internet trolls. While Price hoped the statue would instigate meaningful connections and allow for deeper reflection around the human condition and greater cultural diversity.
Right.
Diversity. The internet decided to take the hateful route.
Right. Keep going.
Come. How does this statue erected in Times Square confront perceived notions of identity and representation? It's just some
obnoxious
looking overweighted black woman. It's reinforcing those preconceived notions ex-users.
Yeah, the copy.
Oh.
Longer story short, here's what he just said. He's asking, this is probably a devil, asking, how does this help with the perceived ideas of identity and representation when others is actually feeding into it? Meaning what? What is he saying?
It sounds like to me like it's talking about like a stereotype. You know what I mean? Yeah, basically.
What is he saying though? Exactly.
So saying how does this statue erected in Times Square that the representation of an overweight black woman, why this is, why this is such a negative situation?
No. It's a little more because he's saying this is stupid for a specific reason. He's saying confront perceived notions of identity. It's just some obnoxious looking overweight black woman, right? It's reinforcing those preconceived notions. What are the preconceived notions?
That all black women is obnoxious. And
obnoxious looking and overweight. So what does he believe about all black women?
Oh, that they obnoxious and overweight and
obnoxious
and overweight.
Basically, this brother is trying to say, how do I say it? It's so deep. How do I say it? This brother's idea and image is this. This is how the black woman should be because that's what raised him. This is what raised him. This is what his mama looked like. His mama's not Beyonce and Rihanna. This is what my mama looked like. I'm gonna be honest. My mama is not fucking Pam Grier. I'm sorry. My grandmother wasn't Pam Grier. Right? This is my mother. Right? If you mess with me when I was a child, this was getting in your face. This was my central protection. Right? Because she thought the protection of my father was unwise. Because she listened to white supremacy. She listened to this system that taught her, this is a beautiful image and this is what you should shoot for. Not a man by your side. Just you standing there but your hand on your hip. A preconceived notion. And this is why you are hated in society. This is why this brother can talk about you like this and say, I already have these preconceived notions that you're obnoxious and you're overweight. Because instead of fixing the image of the black woman, you further push this stupidity. You know, it's a show I hate. I never watched really any of it. When I found out they were bringing back That's So Raven back to Disney, I was a little happy until I realized, no. I want my character to be a single mother. Because that's what I want our people to see, that can be done. The only episode that should have been aired about Raven being a single mother is her dad bursting in the door saying, I don't care what you got to do, get back with your baby daddy. That is the only other time I would have supported that show. But y'all want to show Raven being this image right here. Y'all want to show Raven being this image right here, right? And so now our societies are destroyed. And now you have our sisters and our mothers in the streets arguing, trying to defend their children because they think this is the right way to be. With their hands on their hip, no man in sight. Now our oppressor has a preconceived notion that he can beat us in a nail salon. That's why our sisters get beat in nail salons, because they're all overweight and obnoxious. You're not fighting. This white man is right. You're not fighting a preconceived notion. You're what's called helping it. Khan.
So you're reinforcing it.
You're reinforcing it. Thank you. That's the word. You drop down in the second post.
Okay.
Is she no? Back up. In a second.
Oh, Khan. In a second post, the same user questioned, is she someone famous or just a DEI reject?
No, project.
Oh, projects a lot.
Now, what is that talking about? What is a DEI project? Do you know what DEI is? Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Salaki, so that's brand new. That didn't exist.
No, DEI is just affirmative action under another name. That's really all it is.
Yeah, because I know affirmative action, but
DEI is the new way of saying affirmative action. DEI is nothing on paper, meaning affirmative action is a federally mandated and federally funded and upheld thing. DEI is college kids and professors that came up with this idea in the late, like 08, 09. They started pushing it to college kids around the 10s. Now those college kids have gone into the workforce. Everything's DEI now. So now they're asking, what is this? Are y'all just pushing some new thing to get everybody to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion? Basically, all it is, at the end of the day, you're going to find out who really benefits from DEI. What you going to say?
Oh, Salaki. So he's saying is that the first one is diversity. With different types of people.
Right.
Equity, dealing with money. You know
no, equity is not about money in this instance. Equity is about everyone gets a fair share.
So when
equity is, we may go to the same school, right? Me and a devil go to the same school, right? But at the end of the day, I live in a messed up community. You live in a good community. I hear gunshots when I'm studying for my homework. You don't. What's called? My dad works here. Your dad works here. So when we go for college loans, it's going to be different. Equity is making sure none of that matters. That the bar is the same, regardless when we're going for a loan, regardless on everything, truly equal across the board. Equity.
So can it just be equality? You know what I mean?
Equality is a bit different. Equality
because equity. I grew up equity dealing with economics.
Right.
Equity is economics. Right. That's what equity is. That's how I grew up.
Equality of being fair and impartial. Meaning
that's quality. That's quality. Inequality.
Well,
equality.
Hold up. What's the difference between equality and equity? Equality means treating everyone the same, while equity means providing each person with the resources they need to be successful. Meaning, you drive a limo to school. I still need bus fare. Equity is your tax dollars from your limousine is going to pay for my bus fare. Diversity, equity, we both go to the same school. We're both equal. The teachers don't treat us different. It's just, at the end of the day, I just need more to put me on the same level as you. You live, we both go to a school in the white side of town. You obviously live in the white side of town. So you have to pay my bus fare to get to the white side of town. Like Gentleman Hyman brought out, racist bridges, which really do exist.
Yeah,
like you have to pay the money. Since we can't get a bus, an actual school bus into that neighborhood, you have to pay the money for my Ubers. That's equity, inclusion, making sure there's no way to then leave me out. Diversity. You have to go through and say, yeah, y'all leaving out Asian kids, y'all leaving out black kids, y'all leaving out these kids. Equity. Well, okay, everybody's allowed in, but they come from a neighborhood where it'd be X amount of dollars, where it's unaffordable to even come in, even though we gave them the admission letter. Okay, cool. Now that they're in, well, because of that, like I was watching an old show called Shameless. He did everything, was able to get his son into the white school. All the tests are about how many chandeliers and vignettes are in Billy's house. The fuck is a chandelier? What is a chandelier? What is a vignette? And the same thing that they said in Boys in the Hood about the SATs.
Oh yeah,
the only thing universal is the math, because the SATs are made with white kids and their culture in mind. That's inclusion. So we have to gear it so that they allow everyone in. Everyone has a fair shot at getting it, and the workload or whatever includes everybody. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. These things is what he's saying. Is this just a way to force DEI? They hate DEI because at the end of the day, here's the white man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
I'm gonna belittle you. I'm gonna completely destroy you. Right? We're gonna go with the D first. I'm not allowing you inside this organization, and I understand that. You've shown me we've all had and been forced to at least have a little bit of American slavery and civil rights taught to us. Black, white, Asian, all that, right? So we understand that systemically speaking, there was some crappy things maybe done to black people, right? I understand that. I just feel it's wrong that I had to let you in. Okay, then we have to understand, and you're fully aware that there were things done, well, they don't like to admit it, but there were things done like racist bridges to keep you out of our school systems and school districts. I shouldn't have to pay to remake bridges and all that for the racist things that I did. I shouldn't have to pay for my own evil. I shouldn't have to pay your doctor's bill for the arm I broke. And then finally, I should not have to be forced to take down the no niggers sign. You're forcing me to say, yeah, the nigger, to have somebody outside and says, we allow niggers, blacks and Mexicans are allowed inside, but all the signs and all the pictures of us hanging them saying, I wish we could hang a nigger. We have to hang those down now? We have to actually let them feel included. I don't like that. And I don't like that this giant black woman reminds me that I have to do these things. Understand. Affirmative action was created so he didn't exist. You think this is a 60-year-old using Twitter? You think that is a 60-year-old complaining? That isn't. Affirmative action was created so maybe if a little white boy in a racist family saw a black banker, maybe if he had one white teacher, maybe if he had one black mailman, maybe if he had a few black people in his life that he know were good black people that helped the system, he might actually change his racist ways. Now he's going to grow up and say, you're what did we say earlier? You took your job. Just like they say in South Park, 30 years after affirmative action, they took your job. Affirmative action failed. White children still grow up to say, these niggers took our job.
Oh, Salaki, sir. They're not saying
Ain't that
niggers. They saying wetbacks now. These
wetbacks
took our job.
took our job. These wetbacks took our job. And you want to understand? That's what's taking your job. Like, General Johanna brought this out. Like, y'all understand white women too. Like, y'all, here's why white women don't take over. They kind of do. They used to. So, niggas, understand. They used to until they realized we're not yet throughout. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Yes. Maybe, no, don't put the ice. Put it regular. Maybe I'm wrong. You could try to tell me that I did when white women used to be in HRA, did it get to a point where they had to fear for their lives? Yeah. And did they magically switch to black women then? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I bet the same thing happened at ACS. When black women started to realize, before you take the children, you have to leave the comfort of my home. The house ain't gonna be too comfortable after that. I bet they started hiring more black women. Yeah. That's the truth. DEI, here's the truth. You stole jobs from white people. And now they don't like you. That's why they don't like DEI. That's why they don't like affirmative action. And that's why he's complaining about a statue. Understand, our oppressor hates you so much, he don't like the image of a statue of you. Right? That's how much he hates you. We're going to read further. Many other posts about the statue have included much more vulgar and racist statements. The statue, which depicts a fictitious woman wearing a plain t-shirt and pants with braided hair and her hands on her hips, is meant to have familiar qualities to the every woman, according to a description on the Times Square website. Right? Come. Keep reading. Even so, people took strong issue with the art, making fun of both the woman's weight and the statue itself. Right-wing X account at Wokeness shared several posts. Fat black women have somehow elevated themselves to the top of the pyramid. Right? It is considered cow tipping when and if someone knocks this over. They're making fun of the sister. And of course, you know that's a double. Black people don't even know what the how cow tipping is. Khan.
Oh no, Salaki, sir, if I may. You know what I mean? This is something new. You know what I'm saying? In the black community, man, we like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We like the Christians. You know what I mean? We don't complain about this type of stuff, really. You know what I mean? That's not our thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got a good sister. She, you know what I'm saying? She got a little, you know what I'm saying, a little junk in the trunk. We don't care. That's just our culture. That's just what it is, and how some of our sisters is built this way, some of our sisters is built this way.
And you want to know the thing about it is
we don't care about that stuff.
Really. You want to know the thing about it is that their women, their idea of beauty is different from ours. Y'all idea of beauty is a piece of wood, a pale piece of wood, literally. Like all y'all magazines is some pale piece of wood. Like understand. I'm gonna say this as vanilla and tame as I could. In my youth, I never grabbed a Vogue magazine.
I don't know what that is.
Right. I never grabbed a Vogue magazine. Like, I could use this later in my usage. Never. A Vogue magazine, like, I never saw any of them women attractive. Vogue or any of them white magazines.
Salakis, I remember a rapper said that. What was that rapper? You say I like big butts.
Oh, Phil Mix-a-Lot.
Some Mix-a-Lot, yeah.
Who the hell takes a Vogue magazine? I'm being a little vulgar. Who the hell takes a Vogue magazine to the bathroom? I've never seen that in my life. Your women are disgusting and y'all like having sex with a piece of wood. So I understand why y'all don't understand why we find that attractive. Mm-hmm. But y'all have sex with a piece of wood and y'all parade that as the most beautiful thing on earth. Not us. Keira Knightley is beautiful to y'all. Like Chris Rock said it. Black men will drop kick Keira Knightley for Rosie O'Donnell. The brother's over here going crazy because he knows that's the truth. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching an old episode of Living Single, and she was on it. And I'm thinking about it in my head right now. Listen, dealing outside your race is what's it called? But you give me a sister with the body frame of Keira Knightley and a sister with the body frame of Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, that Keira Knightley sister's. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'm not saying it can't work out, but it could work out tomorrow morning.
Oh man, that's bad. So that is true too. That is bad, man, but it's true.
Right. So y'all talking about our women, and I think he said all I need is a crease. All I need is a crease.
That's all I need is a crease. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A little thicker snicker. Care Bear. Care Bear. We call them Care Bears. In Yonkers, we call them Care Bears.
So, longer the story short.
Count.
Keep going back to the article.
Okay.
That's why y'all got a problem with the system. No, the other one. Black statue of a black one.
Right here.
Right, keep going.
Count down here. Many other posts about the statue have included much more vulgar and racist statements.
Go to the bottom. Go behind that. Go beneath that. I already read that part. All right. It is considered. No, keep going. The couch. Past couch. Pass it. Right. She looks. Keep going.
Oh, count.
She looks like.
She looks. Shalaki. She looks like she is asking for the manager. Facebook user Virginia Archer chimed in.
Keep going.
Wondering where her food stamps at. User my Matt comment.
So yeah, they're making fun of this sister, right? Well, this image of the sister, right? Talking about wondering where her food stamps at, right? Asking for a manager, right? Because I would be real with you. White people hate your freedom.
That's right.
Understand there is nothing better. There's nothing worse to a white man than having to treat you like a human being. Like, understand. You understand they have never, ever. You got to understand. Malcolm and them, Martin and them, the men they were dealing with were little kids. Understand being a little kid, like with your legs folded and all that, not kneeling by your grandfather. And your grandfather is literally telling you, good old days, I used to be this nigger. Yeah, you see him over there, your friend Billy? I used to own Billy's whole family. I remember beating Billy's granddad. His grandma, I used to suck his mother's titties. I used to suck that woman's breasts. Salakia. I remember being 2 years old, kicking her because she wouldn't give me toys. And now you have to respect Billy like a human being. What you gonna do when you grow up? You're gonna tell your kids about how when your grandfather, no. Yeah, we used to beat up Billy. We used to beat Billy, and there was nothing Billy could do about it. HR asks for a manager. You get your behind whooped. You get put on a tree. You try to strike. I tie you up, take a chisel and a hammer, chisel out your goddamn teeth, and then feed you through a funnel and tell you to get to work. Now, you can call the phone and say, I'm not coming to work, boss, I'm sick. They do not like your freedom. So much so they will stop their time in the middle of the day to be racist on Facebook. You know, the people probably got their faces all like, hi. Look at this ugly black bitch. I need to let the world know I hate this. I stand with my people. Drop down.
Okay. That's it.
Is that like no? Keep going. Go up. Facebook poster.
Come. Facebook poster. Thomas, what is that?
Thomas, sure. Whatever. Thomas added.
Yeah. Sorry. Thomas, because added. White man. It's that like a warning to the young girls. Like, if you don't eat right, you are gonna become like that.
Meaning what? Y'all idolize some piece of wood, right? Y'all idolize some piece of wood, and y'all want to make fun of my ancestors for how the God naturally made them. All right? Now drop that. Give me that last one.
Come on. Grounded?
Huh?
Grounded?
No.
Grounded right here?
No. Affirmative action.
Oh, affirmative action. Yeah.
Now let's see who benefits the most from affirmative action.
All right. Let me hold up. Why this one?
Yeah, that one.
That's the one right there. All right. Here you go right here.
White women.
US Today. Let me see.
Now, when was this published?
Oh, man.
Oh, damn. Go back. Yeah.
Click this.
Yeah. When was this published?
Comic-Con. Let me see. Published June 30th, 2023.
Right. So 2 years ago. Read that from the top.
Comic-Con. White women benefit most from affirmative action.
So the black woman that didn't benefit from this. A white woman did. That's why this has to be done. Because affirmative action failed. Understand, they weren't bitten with fire hoses. Damn.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to take all these things off of here. Close. There you go. Okay.
Come, drop down.
Con.
Read from the top.
Con.
This true statement.
Let me see. People often associate affirmative action with efforts to end discrimination for people of color.
Right.
But scholars say the greatest benefactors of
Beneficiaries.
Say again.
Beneficiaries
of affirmative action policies are white women.
What?
White women.
What?
White women.
Keep going.
From college campus to the American workplace.
So what does that mean? From college campuses to the American workplace? White women are the greatest beneficiaries of affirmative action.
Okay.
What does that mean? From college campuses to the American workplace. Do you know? Explain affirmative action.
Oh, affirmative action is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the African American men and women is supposed to be they're supposed to have some type of leeway to get in these places where, you know what I'm saying, where's how can I put this where's a gap, or it was racism in like in a corporate place when you know what I'm saying, when the government had to step in and say why is there's no black faces in these places, and it was pushed out. The black faces was pushed out of these places where, you know what I'm saying, of businesses, you know what I'm saying, or different type of places that's, you know what I'm saying, that's in America.
Okay, so yes, I'm gonna give it more that's perfect, but so we're clear. Affirmative action is this. In the 60s, I'll say, the United States government started to make guidelines because of civil rights that started to mandate companies needing to have a certain amount or percentage of workers from certain backgrounds, whether that's gender or race or sexual in today's society, sexual orientation specific. Long the story short, the face that's put on the forefront of this is, which is why you mentioned us, is blacks and Hispanics, right? We are the face. We were the main ones asking for this. Now, us inside the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we prefer, me personally, I'll put it more to myself, speaking as a man. Yeah, no, we should have did this for ourselves. We should have not depended on affirmative action. We should have went and tried to create these institutions for ourselves, right? That's what we should have done.
Salakia, sir. Pretty much we should just, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be asking for justice and equality. So, you know what I'm saying? You could be with them or not be with them, but everything would be justice and equality. You know what I'm saying? I could choose to be with you or I choose not to be with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I could still over here and it would still be a, you know what I'm saying, even playing field that I could do my own buses.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So now, long the story short, affirmative action was basically the government's way of forcing its way into companies to basically say, if you do not have this amount of such and such, such and such, and such and such, you will be reprimanded. Okay. And to this day, this has been on, but people have fought against it, mainly white people. They feel that it's a racist tactic. That it is a racist tactic. How do I say this? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because at the end of the day, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Understand, like I said earlier when it came to DEI, a lot of the times it's the white man literally saying to you, to your face, yes, I understand what I did to you was wrong. And logically speaking, the right thing to do would be to reverse what was done. But I feel that technically that would be a wrong, and two wrongs don't make a right. For instance, the white man for the last 100 years admitted, or the Department of Agriculture, the United States Department of Agriculture admitted, we have been discriminating against black farmers. Congress or the Supreme Court ruled you have to be impartial and give black farmers who have been getting completely ignored for the past 100 years, you have to give them preferential treatment. White farmers, Confederate came together, went to the Supreme Court, and basically said, yes, we are aware. We have the government was giving us preferential treatment, which means many of us who our generational inheritors, our parents and grandparents benefited of the evils that were done to these people. But for the fact that doing the same to them now would now hurt us, similar to what was done to them, hurt their ancestors? No, that's wrong, and you shouldn't do it to us. Two wrongs don't make a right. Just because the white guys got a deal for 100 years doesn't mean the black guy should get a deal for 100 years, because that'll hurt the white guys. That's how our oppressor thinks. Khan.
Oh, Salakia, so what you dropping is so heavy, and you're the priest and the prophet of the Lord, because that's exactly what happened to the brothers, you know what I'm saying, with the Gadite brothers that was in Canada when the Pope visited Canada. We know that Canada owes you reparations,
right?
In the UN, we know that. You know what I mean? We the Pope. You know what I mean? I know that we set up these schools and they destroyed your families, and they was touching on the babies, and they destroy your life. I'm looking at the victims right now because they still alive. We just finished digging up the bones of the little kids that was at these schools. We know this. We know we're supposed to fix this. But two wrongs don't make it right.
Forget about it.
They said that in Canada. They said that the Pope and the Canadians said that to the native people. We know that. We know we should pay you reparations for this. The bones is right by our feet. But
so how's that wrong?
Huh?
How's giving me money wrong? I don't understand.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
How's that wrong? How's it wrong to financially pay me back?
And guess you ready for this? You don't have the ability to collect.
I don't need the ability to collect.
No, that's the thing. You don't have the abilities, even though I say yes. I owe you the money, but you got to be able to come and get it.
What you mean come get it?
Mean by force. That's pretty much what they were saying, but they didn't say it in that way because they took them to the UN. And even the UN said, yes, you deserve reparations, but you don't have the ability to take the reparations.
And that's our oppressor, right? You don't, how do I say it? He's going to, how do I say it? Two wrongs don't make it right for him unless he's the one in the wrong. Like, for instance, one thing I keep bringing out, you know what a big thing with this whole tariff situation is? The fentanyl crisis.
Yeah, come.
What's so hilarious about the fentanyl crisis?
The fentanyl?
Well, do you know what's going on with the fentanyl problem?
The what?
The fentanyl problem.
You talking about the drug fentanyl?
Yes.
What's going on with it?
Yes. Where's it coming from?
Oh, they claim that it's coming from Mexico.
No. Mexico's how they're getting it into the country.
No, they're getting it in the country, but they're getting it from China.
Yeah. Why is that laughable? Why is that laughable?
Why is it laughable? Because America do dealings with China.
No. You got to know a little bit about U.S. and Chinese relations and history. Why is that laughable? You've probably heard of this. If you've been to school, you've probably heard of it. You ever heard of the Opium Wars?
Oh, Comic-Con. Yes, I did.
Yeah, they flooded China with dope twice. Yeah. Not like we sent one plane of dope and then we sent another plane of dope. No. We had two different campaigns of drugging this entire population, and they are both known as the first Opium War and the second Opium War. But yo, we have to stop the world economy. Y'all bringing drugs into my country now. Two wrongs don't make it right. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Y'all don't realize that? We just a bunch of niggas on the street corner of the town square. Let's just look at the beautiful giant black woman. But the niggas trying to tell you, yeah, this whole tariff war is about them being mad about some shit that America did to them 70 years ago. Keep reading what you got.
Oh, con. Yeah.
White women of the day.
Where you at?
White women.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I see it. Con. White women today are more educated and make up a bigger slice of the workforce as a result of decades of affirmative action policies.
Yeah, your daughter, your white daughter, those little white girls, once the affirmative action came in, they was able to finally go up, and their fathers and their big brothers and everybody was able to cocoon them and get them in. This is all a plot. Keep going.
Con. For policies. Scholars say
right.
White women have also made inroad into corporation leadership that people of color and women of color have not.
Meaning what? Why? Because y'all wanted to go and force your way inside of white businesses. The white businessmen made their daughters CFOs, not you. You have to buy into those companies. You know what a lot of them do? Wealth, generational wealth. I don't have to worry about, understand, if I have generational wealth, I can literally choose to live off my paycheck or whatever my parents gave me. And whatever I choose, the opposite is going to be saved. So when 10 years, 15 years, hey, we're about to make you partner. It's time for the $2 million buy-in. I had that 5 years ago. You still have to live as a peasant. You might have to, pay off a parent's debt fees. When your parents die, when our parents die, we go into debt. We don't get inheritances. That's why they're able to succeed, because of equity. That's what, this is what equity means. Equity isn't, we both got the same education. We both got the same things on the resume. When my mom died, I went into debt. When her mom died, she became a bigger millionaire. That's equity. You understand what I mean?
That's what
we both have the same amount of savings in the bank at 35, coming from the same exact life. Our mothers died at 35. She gained another $1 million in the bank. I got a $500,000 bill from a nursing home. That's equity. Equity is keeping everything completely level, even though on the surface we're equal. Because black people were complaining, well, systemically speaking, I had to rise up as a school teacher's daughter in order to become a lawyer. But that school teacher's salary still made my mom in debt. And guess what? After she had to stop working, I had to take up that. She was a housewife. She's the daughter of a housewife of some partner in a company or whatever. Her parents were able to create generational wealth. I wasn't. That's what equity means. Okay? Keep going.
Come. The Supreme Court.
Salaki, drop that. Go down.
Come.
What is affirmative action?
What is affirmative action? Affirmative action refer to afford to curb discrimination in education, employment, and government contracting.
Now drop down.
Come.
How
have white women benefit from affirmative action? Discussions about affirmative action tends to focus on race, but statistics shows that it is also has been an equalizer for white women in education and in the workplace.
It's been an equalizer for white women in education and in the workplace. Meaning what? They're able to get inside schools. They're able to get inside the workplace easier because of the work we did. The white woman, understand, when you look at the other nations, also for affirmative action, also understand the white woman, being the devil that she is, snuck her way into affirmative action. Understand that. A method that we used to try to get ourselves inside of white society. The white woman used it to get deeper inside of white society. Somebody who was already in the system used it to become deeper and stronger in the system. Used our work to be in the system at all. Keep going. What you gonna say?
Oh no. Also, what you're dropping is so heavy because you know what I'm saying. Our people think the white woman is part of our struggle. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So she gonna talk some, you know what I mean, some type of thing against her own man and act like that she's for us, but she was never for us at all because obviously she took all the benefits and nobody talking about it. Right. You know what I mean? They talking about, oh, the Mexicans took our jobs. You know what I mean? These Dominicans, you know what I mean? These immigrants coming over taking our jobs. No, the white women benefit from, you know what I'm saying, from this policy. Right. And that's when they brought up minorities. That's another word that they made up. Minority. Who's the minority? Oh, the white woman. She's a minority in the workplace. Right. We need to build her up. Right. But she ain't get lynched. Right. By her man. Right. She wasn't on those voting blocks when she was getting punched in the face by her man. She was doing the punching. I
don't understand. Like, no woman was killed because of the women's suffrage movement. Well, I'm going to say that broadly. There was not a mass killing because of the women's suffrage movement. Malcolm X's father was killed while she was still pregnant because he was a Garveyite. Malcolm X's father was killed. The beginning of the movie, as well as the book, is the Klan pulling up to his house while he was away preaching. Supposedly they pulled a rifle on his mother while he was still in the stomach because they did not like what Malcolm X's father was teaching blacks in the town in Chicago. Women, white women, were not harmed in the making of women's suffrage. But they get the biggest benefit out of everyone inside of civil rights. The white man, woman, child is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And in slavery, they will work back-breakingly till they're 90, and then they'll die and be put in a ditch. Con, read.
Oh.
For those that don't know, they ended up leaving Malcolm X's father beaten half to death and on the train tracks. Then they labeled his death a suicide, so his mother couldn't get any of the insurance money. That woman went crazy after what they did to her. And then Malcolm, y'all asked why Malcolm was the way he was. He had to, that first part, then from about 10, 11, all the way up until that woman died, she was in a mental asylum. Y'all killed my husband and left me with 10 kids. Right? That's women's suffrage, you stupid motherfuckers. Salakia. Not Martha Stewart. I'm sorry, but y'all white people disgust me. Y'all really do. All y'all races disgust me. Any race that sits there and think they could benefit of civil rights, if you are not a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you should get on your knees and beg every black person and say thank you. Every time you want to walk into a store, you should find the nearest black person and say, thank you for allowing me to walk in this store. And then go about your business. Or else, you'll be beaten out of every store you go into. If you are African, you'll be, they wouldn't allow that. Keep reading.
Okay.
Affirmative action.
Okay. See here.
Con.
A
Keep
label.
going. Go down.
Oh, slow down right here.
Yeah, Con. When we talk about institutions.
When we talk about institutions, when we talk about institutions like higher education, we see that women in generally are on par with men, but we have severe underrepresentation of Black, Indigenous, and Latinas folks in college and universities, and even greater disparities for women of color.
Long story short, we got a bunch of Asian. It's about the same relatively, men and women, but we really have a problem getting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have a problem getting them in the schools. Keep reading.
Come on.
Why? Equity.
Come on. Texas A&M sociologist and lawyer Wendy Leo Moore told USA Today, you can make the same analysis when we look at employment. Those are the kinds of things that indicated that on a structural level that white women have benefited.
Yeah. So we're looking at all the data and we're seeing they don't benefit. Here's the thing. Y'all think, because stupid people, by that I mean Blacks and Hispanics, stupid people will think that it has something to do with us. that we're lazy, so on and so forth. Equity. They're not wrong. Equity is a major part or portion in our lives. The fact that me and a devil can both be equal in certain terms, but just as a whole, we're not the same. Understand. Equal, like there's certain things that making me and a white man equal could never make us truly equal. You can give us the same opportunities, the same what's it called. I didn't start building credit till my 20s. Your father got you a card you didn't even know about from the age of 12 till he finally trusted you with it at 16. He was making all the purchases. Any major purchase he needed to do dealing with you, he made it on there, put it on the card, and when you were 16, congratulations, you already have an 800 credit score. My grandfather never really did credit. That man was born in 1928. The hell? This is what equity means, right? These people are able to benefit off it. These people are able to get into the good colleges. Why? Because we're realizing that what was the father's name in Boys in the Hood? Lawrence Fishburne's character. Yeah, he was right. These are the women they're talking about. You realize that, right? These are the women that are realizing I'm a white girl raised in a white society. The shorty from Clueless. She aced her SATs. And you got to be Stacey Dash living next to the shorty from Clueless to ace your SATs. Meaning what? Absorb into the white world. If you just a well-educated black sister, you're not going to know what a vignette is. Con.
Salaki, you're getting assimilated
right.
in the society.
Yeah, you have to be assimilated into their world, into their culture, into their society in order to properly navigate it. If you're a fish out of water, they're going to just push you out. And it won't even, and the way you have to understand, how do I say this? Our oppressor is very prideful. And this is what General Hyman said to a brother when he first got into school. Never try to get a white man to say he's evil. Get a white man to say white people are evil. You will never, ever, 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 ever get a white man to admit he is evil. But it is very, very easy to get a white man to admit white people are evil. I realize that. White people are not black people. Unless you are a coon or you're just not in the mood to deal with niggas, you will not fold. Nah, you will give black people some type of leeway. I don't know if it's just, the truth is just too much for them. Like, yeah, I'm not even going to try arguing that we're not an evil people. Or it's just, they're just that cutthroat. Nah, yeah, we go around killing everybody. White people are fucked up. And we'll laugh about it. Yeah, my race is the most evil thing you will ever see on the earth. Right? That is our oppressor. Con. We keep reading?
Oh, con. Let's see here. Texas A&M.
Go down.
Oh, yeah, we say benefit. Right here.
Yeah, in the past, keep going. Wait, go up. Keep go up.
That one right there?
Keep going, down. Okay, give me this. Why do most white women oppose affirmative action? Now let's find out why they do not like affirmative action. Want to take a guess?
Because blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indian women is taking their jobs.
But they just said that they're getting all the jobs.
Come.
So why do they hate affirmative action?
No, that's Slocky. So that's the reason why I mean, because you know what I'm saying, these is other people who could use affirmative action to take their place. No,
but we're saying the white women don't like affirmative action. And you said they don't like affirmative action because the black women are taking their jobs. But we're seeing here the white women got all the jobs. So why don't they like affirmative action? This is going to blow your mind.
Because affirmative action is making it equal to the white women.
No. This is gonna blow your mind.
What is that, sir?
You ready? You ready? Because the black woman is taking their jobs. That doesn't make a lick of sense, right? Is okay. The majority, some of them. Okay, let's be real. How many white men do you know are actually gonna pick oranges?
No white man.
So they'll have the job of maybe
Everywhere.
like what we know as overseers, and it'll go up from there. The dumbest white man will be an overseer. Basically, pick more oranges. You're at least smart enough to do that, or at least learn how to say it in Spanish, right? And then everybody else will go up from there, right? But yet and still, the Mexicans are taking their jobs. Are the Mexicans actually taking their jobs?
Lies.
So you're complaining for no reason for a job that a Mexican isn't even qualified for, right?
Yeah, kind. The Mexican will take the job of the overseer, and he will be able to. He have to pick the oranges.
Yeah. Read if white women.
Okay. Why does white women oppose affirmative action? If white women benefit from affirmative action, why does they oppose it?
Right.
Half of Americans do not approve of college and universities considered race and
admissions.
In admissions, according to a recent Poll Research Center report. A majority of white adults disapproval of it. 2.
Yeah, a lot of white people don't like this practice.
About 70% of non-Hispanic white women somewhat or strongly oppose affirmative action, according to a 2014 cooperative congressional election study.
Keep going.
White women have also challenged affirmative action policies. In 2016, the Supreme Court ruled against
Abigail Fisher,
a white student who said the University of Texas denied her admission because of her race.
Okay, keep going.
Moore said the opposite is the result of long-running anti-affirmative action campaign from conservative groups.
So basically, the cats in the 60s who was against Johnson when he initially created affirmative action all the way up until this day. They're those same people today. What did I say earlier? Those people who used to sit on their grandpa's lap talking about how we used to beat the niggers. Yeah, they grew up to create affirmative action groups. And now those same groups exist today to make fun of you and a statue in Times Square. Keep going.
Come. Let me see here. Let me
now read that last part. That attack race.
No,
read that from the top. Moore says
the opposite in the result of long-running anti-affirmative action campaign from conservative groups that attack black base.
No, that doesn't say black. That says
that attack race base.
What?
Race base.
What?
Race base.
Keep going.
Affirmative action, but not gender.
What?
Not gender.
What?
Not gender.
Keep going.
Base affirmative action.
What does that mean? Break it down real simple.
Oh, Salaki, sir. That means that, you know what I'm saying? They're not attacking white women, which is a gender.
No.
Which is, go ahead, sir.
Race-based. That has nothing to do with women.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying.
So what is it saying? They go after race-based, not gender-based. What is that saying?
Anybody who's not them, race-based.
No. Basically, here's what it's saying. Like I said earlier about the farmers, the white farmers looked at the evidence presented and said, yes, we have been wrong in this, right? So now let's take it to these white women. The white women are seeing affirmative action and basically saying, yo, it's wrong that these black women get to go to college before us, so on and so forth. Well, I'm going to just hand you this book. These are the statistics. Y'all benefit better than everybody, though. Yes, one black girl might get through the cracks and your best friend might not get to go to your college. That's going to happen. But on the overall, y'all are benefiting the most. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to clean the system. No race base. So it shouldn't matter whether we're black or white, but it should matter whether I'm a man or a woman. So I'll still be able that my male counterparts at my high school or that graduate in the same year as me, or the high schoolers all together, it shouldn't matter our race, but it should matter our gender, because I can still get in over a male. Because if I got a 95 and a male got a 95, it shouldn't matter that he's black, that she's black or she's Asian. It should only matter that I'm a woman. So basically, forget my race. I just want to be. Here's what it is. If we're doing it based off identity, I'll always lose to a black woman. If we're doing it based off sex, I'll always beat every male. And especially when you go into certain fields like STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, those are male-dominated fields. I'm a shoo-in. I'll always beat every male because it'll be 10 men and 1 female or 2-3 females going for like 5 positions. Maybe, yeah, what's called 5 positions. 2 of those is going to us. But if I know there's only 3 women, 2 of them are black, yeah, I lost. I hired 2 black women and 3 white men. I just won. You're not seen necessarily as a commodity until I fight against it. And the white woman cries and be like, well, I am somewhat of a what's called. Let me explain something to you about the white woman. The white woman ain't stupid. The white woman understands in any movement, I need to be in charge of the movement, or else I'll be left out and I'll just be by myself. Everybody hates this dumbass talking about the white man. I need to still be the epitome of beauty. Right? Keep reading what you got.
Come on.
So that's what that's saying. She's literally basically saying, what's it called? We'll stop the race-based affirmative action. Keep going. Read. None of that.
None of that same pressure is operating on the basis of gender.
Meaning what? You see them actually actively going out saying, going to the Supreme Court, it's wrong for them to deny us based because we're white. But it's silent. Okay, how about based on the fact that y'all are women? Now you can leave that be. Keep going.
She said the result significant strides for white women, but not for women of color. That's funny, women of color. Because of the way we see women of color as their race before their gender.
Women
of color haven't benefit from it.
That's
more
say what I told you is the truth. Meaning what? A white woman will always lose to you in the game of identity as it's set up here in America today on paper. But at the end of the day, you can't trust anything they say because the white man is the devil. Affirmative action was created to curb stuff like this, to make sure we had a foot in the door, right? But really, in actuality, it was just a way to destroy us as a people, to destroy our systems. So we weren't equitable. Equity, meaning this. You think there's not white people in messed up positions that don't have debt up to their eyeballs in similar positions, but as a group and as a whole, they're not. They're not destroyed like we are. Right? They don't need a statue of some ugly white woman in order to feel powerful. How the hell are you a grown-ass fat man, black man? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Con. How are you a grown-ass fat man talking about, oh, this is powerful and I feel empowered, looking at a big, fat black woman? I just had to ask that. I don't see what's empowering about that. I just thought at him like, the hell is this? I in no way said, this is empowering. Hello, sister. Yeah, show that the picture you wanted to put up.
Oh no, I was showing
yeah, the white women, yeah. This is who y'all help give jobs to. Yeah, this is who y'all help give jobs to what's called during civil rights. Y'all help give jobs to these ugly pieces of crap so they could come here and do what's called be evil towards our people. Yeah, blow it up. Oh, to damn documentary type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me hold up. I got an idea.
Yeah,
Go back.
You should have just went to images. Yeah, you went to images, right?
Yeah, I went to images, but it's not letting me. But let me see how I can do it on.
No. Press this button. Just press it.
Oh, I never see. I never knew that. Oh, I never knew that. Yeah, it threw out it, sir.
Yeah, come on. That's good enough. That's good. That's good enough.
Come. Oh man.
Oh damn. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. I think that's just to search it, but you good.
All right.
So it's on there, right?
Come.
Yeah. You see the white woman, you see the cat, what's it called? This is what you're supporting. Like, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Our people just supporting. I've seen pictures of little girls at these events, smiling. Understand when I see pictures like that, I'm like, that shows the difference between our people. I can't imagine. Can you imagine taking Shwashana to something like that?
Nah, sir.
Could you imagine taking any of our sisters, any of our little girls that you know in the school? Like, yeah, let's go watch a white man hang from a tree. They will look at us. Those little girls will look at us like we're diseased. Something's wrong with us. Something's not right with this person in the head.
Oh, man, I got it big.
They're happy. It's fun. They used to put this on postcards. Come to Florida where we hang niggas. Y'all think this is a game? This ain't a game. This is why the only scripture I brought out tonight is to not envy your oppressor. Why? Because it's important for you to know that. This is what they're proud of. This is what our oppressor is proud of. Your destruction. This ain't even our destruction. This is our death. A black man is somewhere in the background swinging from a goddamn tree right here. And y'all want to come up to us when we're in the middle of town square talking about love everybody. How about the next time I show you I just read off on X and formerly called Twitter of white people saying how ugly this black woman is, how ugly this black woman is. Oh, she's looking for her food stamps. Then I'll show you this picture of all these white people being happy at your death. And I'll explain to you, these white people have children that live today. These white people have children that are senators and mailmen and principals. You see them and their children. You probably take care of some of these people if you're a nurse. Okay? Y'all need nurses talking about, yeah, the white people get that Alzheimer's and forget who they around. These are stories that happen. Why? So they can benefit off the hard work of our ancestors. That black woman with her hands like this, she is a superhero. They should have gave the sister a cake too. Because she did a lot for our people. But at the end of the day, she's mocked. She's mocked because she doesn't understand her strength isn't doing like this. Her strength is going like this. And putting her head down. And learning how to cover it. Right? And with that, I pass the class over to Precinct Officer Paratha.
All right, clap it up for the class. ISUPK security announcements.
The water, sir.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK coming from 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Move for new brother or sister. When the new brother or sister come into school, they are off limit. They are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves up of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange. After 6 months, if a brother has the interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission. If a brother or sister have an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is the commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. The intent in the Hebrew Ma'asha. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High give you is the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like. I'm home, come in case they get the piece of home.
First fruits.
Oh, then piece of first fruit, that's in June.
50 days. 50 days.
Go to ISUPK.com, scroll down, and look for a piece of first fruits.
Right.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, and bands, scarf. And with that, make Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Make Israel module, which means stand. Make Israel module up. Module, up.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Class dismissed.